Alrighty, everybody. Oh, forgot to turn on the cam. Oh, this shall not stand. Let's try this again then. Okay, welcome back everybody to the channel. My name is NutRaisin. We shall be playing more PLO 50. And hopefully we get some buy-ins back, man. That first session was brutal. When we didn't run into the nuts, then our hands couldn't hold. At least not, for the most part. We certainly won some pots here or there. Don't get me wrong, but subsequently we were down 9 buy-ins. So, yeah, not a happy day so far by any means. Which also means I'm gonna impose a stop loss on myself, like a further 5 buy-ins would mean that we're down 14 for the day. I think that's would be enough. Let's hope it doesn't come to it, but if it does, then I'll just call it a day there and live to fight another day. I think I fixed the table numbers. Let me check. So, yep, all looks good. Here, one PLO 20 table, while we're waiting for more PLO 50 tables to open. Alright, let's get back into the swing of things. And also, the splashy hours are on in 21 minutes. Oop. Also, nope. Up an open-ender. Yeah, just double checked up on myself. That is indeed a perfectly standard call, even if it's not suited to the ace. Oh. Okay. Alright. Queen 10-9-9. Alright to me. This suited ace took it down at the PLO 20 table. Take it down here as well. Alright. It's gonna be a race. If the... Is she against the button? Not quite sure. I know I would raise it into small blind. If the button comes over, opens. The big blind here... Probably still up quite alright. Up a gutter and nothing but. Let's check this out. Turn pretty nicely here. And go for the check. Need a 7. Ideally, a club completes a flush here on the river. A backdoor flush at that. We're good. You're letting it go. Ace Queen 10-9. Does just get called, matter of fact. Okay, the Ace Queen Jack 10 gets raised. And a few lower hands get raised. A few worse hands. Open-ender heads up. Okay, also a pair of 10s. He's checking too many kings in position here. That takes it down. Down to heads up here, let's not... Damn it, wrong button, hang on. Alright, there we go. Just rearrange the tables, which means table 1 is the PLO 20 table now, which is also down to heads up. Sure, let's just complete. Do we have? We have a pair and a gut shot. If we flop the nuts, kinda neat. I'll let this go. Cloud! Yeah, I was just talking about it. Session 1 went horribly. We either ran into the nuts, or when we did with like the second nuts or something like that, or when we didn't, then when we got it in our hands, it didn't hold by the... We're not holding by the river anymore a lot of the time, unfortunately. So subsequently we were down 9 buy-ins, and so I imposed a stop loss of like a further... What did I say? 5 buy-ins. If we're down 14 total for the day, I'll call it a night. Because I think at that point there's a decent chance it'll affect me and will prevent me from playing my best game. On that note, let me actually make a note of that cashier. Okay. Noted. Also, welcome back. Glad, good to see you. Okay, up mighty nice here. Since it's heads up, I decided to raise out of position. Okay. Kinda doubt he have aces. Be up against some sort of draw. A lower set and a flush draw in his case. Yeah, that's my day in a nutshell. Pretty much like that. Oh well. Oh, we don't need to play heads up anyway. Focus on PLO 50. Or a raise fold than just calling. Yeah, let me... Tables. E-cold calls, okay. And here we make a nice hand in the end. Have a gutter and a backdoor flush draw, I guess. Excellent blockers. Take it down on table 3. Well, if it wasn't a club, this might be actually a pretty decent card here. In clubs, maybe not so much. Okay, go for check for first. Let's check this one out, but I think it's fine. Raising their pre... Too good? Were we good? We were, right? Yeah. Cool. The button, I don't know. Look both of them up. So first of all, small blind versus the button with the ace, queen, queen, 9. And that's perfect. Raising there and not folding or not just calling. And raise folding there. I suspect it might be a little bit different here. Check this. Wow. Okay, so let's check this one out. Button. Of course, a completely different dynamic. Once we're on the button, we're going to be in position for the rest of the hand. And he checks. I kind of doubt the only thing I see him checking is the 10-8, but even that, I don't see it. It'd be funky if we get raised. We've seen funkier things, don't get me wrong. Oh. Queen was ace 3, I believe, right? And that's perfectly correct. In fact, it actually gets raised for some strange reason, some solver balancing going on there. I wouldn't necessarily raise it here in the micros. Can forego some of the solver lines. But both of them were played as they should have been. Alright. Some results too. Just calling. Multiplayer would have let this. I feel fine just calling. A horrible run out, isn't it? Are we good? We do have the jack. 7, no? Kings and 8s this time around. Here we didn't hit anything. Checking, check folding. $10. We're splashing. Let's hope we don't run into the stop loss before the splashy hour is over. Quite enjoy to be able to see some splashes. Yeah. Hey, Kippery, welcome. Good to see you here, my friend. Yeah, I certainly made mistakes, Cloud. I'm never, above admitting that. But nowhere near enough to, and especially not in the all-ins. Most of the all-ins were perfectly fine. And yeah, I feel I got shortchanged by the dealer there a little bit. Some of the second nuts I ran into the nuts were avoidable in hindsight, I think. Would have saved some money here and there. But for the most part, the all-ins completely paid themselves. Yeah. They are playing a decent one. But I'll do my best to get some buy-ins back now. This might help, flopping us to second nuts. Ooh, jacks and eights. Double suited, huh? And kings and wait. That's the right button. It'll take me a few days to get used to the new button and button setup and the change table spots on the screen. I'll get there. Might be some misclicks before then. So, when we're taking down. 5. Flop the middle set. Wide or right, blocking straights, not having hearts. So if we're getting called, it's going to be a lot of ace-x with hearts, or straight draws. Six minutes. So right now we're chipping up a little bit all over the place. I don't think so with the 7 here. There needs to be a better card. What? Pokebras coming up with coming over with 48 of your friends. What is happening? Welcome over, everybody. My name is NutRaisin, in case you haven't been here before. I play PLO 50 5 days a week. I do it full time. That's what I do. Hopefully I'll be playing PLO 50 for a couple of days longer, because we might have to move down. Never quite know. Had a brutal session today so far. Let's hope we can turn it around. It will be splashing in 5 minutes, where we get a lot of huge splashes on RunItOnce, hopefully. So thank you everybody for coming over. How did the session go, Pokebras? I know I saw you had a really deep run. How did it go? So thank you everybody for coming over. For those of you who don't know Pokebras, wait, I spaced out here. I didn't mean to bet. Shouldn't have bet. Is what I'm trying to say. Obviously I meant to bet since I clicked the button, but duh. Yeah, let's leave it at a duh. Everybody in this channel, if you haven't checked out Pokebras, do so. He's a super nice dude. He plays no limit tournaments without a delay on his channel, so it's excellent, excellent watching experience, and it's also an excellent learning experience. You can pick up quite a few tricks of how to play no limit tournaments profitably, which is what he is certainly doing. Yeah, welcome over everybody. We have a tiny flush here on a paired board. Just gonna call the other thing. Just gonna check a little bit. Thanks for the good lucks, Dutchlad, and welcome everybody. Dutchlad, Flaming Flamingo. Don't make me say that a couple of times in a row. That's a tongue twister, no mistake. Who else? Scorner, 88. Pokebras, the man himself. Thunderdome. Clown, 999. Bob CFC. Yeah, welcome everybody. I just make a fool of myself. I keep reading the names because I'm certain I'll come across one that's gonna be tough to read. We're gonna go for a C-bet here since we have absolutely no showdown value. Sergeant Pepper here as well. Ah, thank you very much, Pokebras, for raiding me back. And that got the job done. So yeah, we had the first session today was pretty gruesome. We were down 9 buy-ins in the end. Ran my second nuts into the nuts a bunch of times, which some of them were avoidable. I also made some mistakes here and there as well, for sure. But on the whole, when the money went in, it went in pretty well across the board. Just the dealer had other ideas. Just slightly a bummer. Let's see if the ace 6-8 double suited is helping us to move things in the right direction. And in 2 minutes, we get the 80% rakeback splash pot promo. Starting on RunItOnce. Whoa, you're playing a big one. What's happening? Aces, you turned kings. Okay. Also was blocking an ace. Kind of a pity for that guy. That takes it down. Here we'll do more checking, I think. Jack is kind of interesting. This certainly is the ace, king, king, queen. So he doesn't have a queen. Pretty much not a good queen. I will still check behind. I don't see much calling. King Jack is not going to call. That certainly isn't. Right. Okay, start off by checking. Went break even for the day. 5th in the for 500 and 11th in the 55. 4th in the 63 bounty hunters. Jesus Christ, you know how to play tournaments, don't you? Some good runs indeed. Congrats, Pokebrass. Well deserved. It's kind of a pity here. We'll kind of want to take a look at one other turn. So no cards completing straights or anything. Could beat some aces. Also not completing anything. This might be a spot for a hero call, maybe. Stushi coming back to the channel. Welcome, Stushi. Was the ace-8. Fair enough. Fair enough. Get to try again though with ace king king there. This time on the button. Much happier prospect. Just gonna call though. That's not a raising spot. And swing and a miss. Man, that's perking me right up, having so many people coming over. Oh, he checks. Have a cool turn, isn't it? We don't have a diamond. Check the flop though. Oh, we are 3-ways. Good thing I noticed you being in here. Alright, checking once more. That is not a good card. At all. Why did you make this man a VIP? Cause Stushi is here all the time. Yeah, yeah. Let this go at this point. Yeah, Stushi's here all the time. It's the least I can do for his continued support. So, I think the splashy hours have officially started. Also, Thunderdome, thank you very much for the follow. Almost forgot to say that. Cheers. Appreciate it. Oh, do we have any big pots to watch? I guess we got this one. Used it when I was your age too. You fight like a cow. Oh, this reminds me of the insult duels in Monkey Island. How fitting, I'll make hamburgers out of you. Right. Closing the action, 3 Broadway cards. I think it's kind of fine. Gee, let's look this one up. We're not cocking up too much. This became kindergarten? When was it ever anything else? So, we're in the big blind and we are in a radical squeezing spot, so that's what I need to look up in the matrix. Okay. No, get triple suited, that one indeed gets folded there. Alright, good to know. So it gets called if the 6 is at least a, what was it, a 9 I believe. Yeah. The only ace king 10 that gets played there is the ace king 10 9 triple suited or double suited, single suited but not suited to the ace. Pretty much the same category in this matrix tool. Closing the action. Well, not actually closing the action, but this guy is asleep. Kinda doubt he wakes up and outs it now. Get paid for these over hours. Man, I'd be happy if I break even or lose a little bit today. It's balancing. So in case you don't know what is happening, what I mean by the splash here also, run it once, they get their you get your rake back in the form of the splash pots. 51% of the across the board of the rake is given back and they put extra money into the pot. I'll show you an example in a moment. This is in the form of gold coins. And now they have a promotion for 2 hours a day. First hour, i.e. the hour we're in right now, gets 80% rake back in the form of splashes, and the second hour from 1 to 2 will be, I said 2-2. Will be, whoa. Great, and you had aces, okay. Right, I guess we're sort of completing the action. I kind of doubt this guy is coming over the top a lot. It's a pretty strong hand in order to do it. Damn it. Of course, this time he does. It's just he will be fine. I'll take you guys' words for it. Yeah, and this is one of the splash pots where they put some extra money in, and you get the small splashes, which range from somewhere between 1 and 25 big blinds, and then you sometimes get the really huge splashes that range from 100 to 1000 big blinds. And of course now during the next 2 hours the chances for that happening are hugely increased. I am that old, the monkey Kippery. I played them when they came out. And if this was double suited, this is actually might not be the most horrible gamblings. It really might not be, because he's saying he has usually, you know, high card heavy range here. He usually does. Might not be doing bad. Let's go with this. Hey, we flop kind of cool here. Of course, wish I was double suited, but yeah, both of them have aces. We're doing excellent. We flop the barrel. Don't do a heart. We triple up. Nice. And hang on. So yeah, I don't think this is such a bad spot there to get it in with a hand like this, because of that reason. That like if he raises all these people, he's not doing this with a suited connector type of hand, like a double suited Jack 10. Jack 10 9-8 or something, or anything like that. So first of all, Shazam, because we took that one down, no mistake. Here we found a fold. That's unfortunate. Probably should have checked again. I was also blocking the nut flush. Here we not pretty nice too, blocking an out and not blocking continuation ranges, not having a jack, a queen, a 10. Go with a slightly larger bet sizing there. Yeah, Shazam. So I think I hope I finished my thought as Y2 I went all in there. Basically, both of them were saying they have a lot of high cards, aces. Maybe somebody else has nice double suited kings, something like that. And in which case we have a huge equity advantage there with basically anything that's not aces. Man, what a happy spot after running like ass all day. The PLO guru is flashing. Oh, icon. Oh man, that warms my heart. Cheers. Thank you. You're always so darn nice, icon. Right, so what's happening here? We have a pair, we have an open end, or we have the nut flush. Yeah, I think we have enough potential to justify betting here. We don't hate life if we get raised. And that is the... It's not the nuts for us, but it's a straight. Now I just need to rearrange some tables. There it go. There it go. Okay. Could slow him down a lot, allowing us to see a cheap showdown if he has a better straight. He does the 5-9. We were re-rolling him in the sense for a flush. Fortunately, he had flush cards. He had the hearts himself. So, here I squeezed, which I think is right and proper. With king's this good. Kind of peculiar, I don't check very often once I 3-bet, but this time we are 3-raise here. Especially don't check an ace-high board very often once I have 3-bet. But I don't think we'll be able to get away from this. So, yeah. So on the flop we couldn't quite get away, I feel, with the back and the front and the back door flush. Front door is the nut flush draw here too. Now we have a pair, he's gonna bet again, we are gonna have to call. There's just too much money in the middle. Not the happiest of spots. But that's what it comes down to. Let's hope he just has an ace. Oh, wow, wow, are you kidding me? That was thoroughly unexpected. Did that with queens? Did the second nut flush? What? Who are you and where have you been all my life? Just gonna take a general note because I remember that hand for sure. Bet those weird queens. Ace, what was it? Ace, I don't know, ace jack, something like that. Jesus Christ, that was a gift. Ace jack, yeah. I guess, PokerBros, you and your friends brought some raid equity there, some raid run good. Thanks for that. I needed that today. Ideally, have it continue for a while longer. So far, so good. We're getting aces. We're sitting on 6 tables, so we have a decent shot at seeing a huge splash pot. There are also 71 entries at PLO 50 today, this time of night, which is quite amazing for such a small site. My god, opponent doesn't raise turn or What? Okay, you had to what? Kipri, what is all I can say? I could feel like saying it on repeat. What the hell happened there? That's a reason to pack it in for the day, man. In my mind, that's running bad. Yeah. That's just running bad. Interesting. Giving us an open-ended straight flush draw, I guess, if you want to look at it in a positive light. And Selena checks? I'm betting her only because she checks. Every once in a while I get check raise there, which I find always weird. Don't find a lead. So if that happens, I'll hate life a little bit. Okay. I'm confused. Really? Oh, liking you. No mistake. Anybody deep on this table? No. So for the splashy hours, just so you know, I will do a little bit of rat holding once somebody else is deep, just because of the, as I said, the chances of seeing a huge splash, like somewhere between 50 and 500 euros being splashed into the pot, are way higher than usual. And in that case, I don't want to play on it for like 2 or 3 buy-ins, because, you know, I'm going all in pre-flop, unless I have quad deuces in my hand. Single raised pot, I didn't bet single time post, and take it down. So yeah, once somebody gets deep here on this table, or in any table where I'm deep, I'm gonna reset for that very reason. Yeah, right, the queens. I have no idea what was going on. I still don't. Yeah, right. Like, you're right. At least, right, exactly. Top 2 or top pair and the huge draw, or I don't know. That guy did a min bet call with top set. Jeez, yeah, that's enough reason to call it a day, Kipri. And I'm only like 80% joking. It's like a running bet right there. That's more tilting than losing a few buy-ins. And now you know what tripping chips are, because I won a few buy-ins and the raid, you guys happened, and that happened, and I'm suddenly in a much better mood. Ain't I just? Flop it flops, flop it turns, flop it river. Never marked as an aggro. Oh, well, we have all the blockers here. Wow. Might want to start leading here a bit. Cool. Yeah, man, the raid run good is a real thing, apparently. We're getting plenty of small splashes already, all over the place. 150, 250 splashes. I know, you were the one with the quads in your hand. That's why I'm saying that would be tilting me a little bit, actually. I think I had a similar hand where I posted a clip a couple of weeks ago and I titled it like most tilting hand I ever played. It was something like that. That's, yeah. Similar to that. It was a king, queen, queen board and I had 8s in my hand and everybody checked. I turned an 8. I bet small, somebody else called. And then an 8 rivered and I bet and the other guy just called and he had kings full the whole time. He had king, king in his hand. But yeah, I understand you're the one with quads, which is what I'm saying. It's ludicrous. 150 splash, we have kings. It's not nothing. Against the small blind, huh? Small blind, I don't mind betting here, sizing up a little bit. Generally speaking, should have more high cards in his range there. Also, we had a little showdown value. Not a good reason to bet. Loose aggro dude. I don't know how Russell is playing. I mean, if I did know. Can't quite do it. Needs to be a bigger splash. Make it a €5 splash. Sure, I'm calling. So that means instead of 9 buy-ins, we're currently down like 6-ish. Like that. The nut flush draw and a gutter we had all along. Showdown value. Make this a decent bluffing spot. We don't have any blockers here, which is usually what I look for when I bluff. Every once in a while, the pure bluff is a thing to do as well. Hey, would you look at that? This time it works. Der Alte with the quick pop-in before the much-needed beauty sleep. Nothing implied there with the much-needed. I just Hey, I'm fond of getting enough sleep myself. That's all I mean. Awesome to see you there, Alter. Not preparing the flush draw, just gonna check. Making us 2 pair, and a gutter to the nuts also. There's that flush. Here we don't flop anything of value. Have the 3rd nuts. Are you better? Nope. Wait! Oh, yes you are, because you have to straight. This is the 2nd time we're losing to a straight flush today. Huh. I think it was a small part there. Made profit for the viewers, but it was break even because of the small stuff going bad. Ugh. Break even on a fun streaming day. Hopefully not the worst fate. I think with the Jack 10-9 we can maybe even call here in position. This guy has been pretty active so far. Kinda have to take one off. Yeah, now we can't fold anymore, I suspect. Pair open-ender. 2 pair outs, maybe good. This might be foolish. The mistake, you know what, I think if there's a mistake here, it was pre-flop. At this point, it kind of plays itself. Woo! Thank the Lord. By the way, here we have the 2nd nuts. Gonna start betting a little bit. Viewers will come back. Yeah! Thank you. Yeah, and that's not a 3-betting hand per se, to put it mildly. 5 euro splash following right after. Still gonna bet here on the paired board. If you get raised, we let it go. If you get called, we are hopefully good. Should be good. 5. There. Wow. Not folding. There's 5 bucks extra in the middle. I have a pair, so and a backdoor flush. Too much money in the middle. He cannot bet enough for us to fold. A lot of really sucky turns, though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but he just can't bet enough because there's so much extra money here. Ow. I 11 hours of streaming, Pokebras. Wow. You must be exhausted. I'm surprised you're still hanging around here. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong at all. Just surprised, Jesus. Beats a straight. Wanna... Completes exactly 1 straight. But maybe we wanna have him bluff some misdraws sometimes. Don't think I can fold here. There's 1 straight on board. Of course, there's some full houses and stuff you can have. Sure, you could have rivered 5s full, could have had a full house all the way. But I can do it. 7? I mean, yeah, full house all the way. Fair enough. Alright, so gave most of that profit back. What a pity. Let's check out the leaf drop decision there from earlier. The ace jack 10-9 triple. That part might have easily been a mistake. Yeah, triple suited, it just gets folded, as it does here. To the ace there as well, I believe. Yeah, that 10-7 there on table 1 got folded as well. Are we running into the third straight flush today? Do something. I don't think we had it before. Doesn't look like it. Alright. The NFL is spinning back up, huh? Right here? Still tripping over my new hotkeys sometimes. So, what do we flop? Flop a pair and an open-ender on a difficult board. My bets gets called. In that case, we're looking for the exit, I believe. That 9 is not a happy card here necessarily. Her to have to fold, but I really don't want to give her a free card. Ugh, and now I can't. Ugh. Hate everything I did in this hand, to be honest. He had just a jack. I think rivered a full house though. Yeah, wins that deservedly. Yeah. That one was my mistake entirely. Cannot blame the dealer for that. Hey, the Redskins! Good to see you. How's life? Hope everything is on the up and up. Wait, am I showing the right table? No, this one. That's the one. We sport all that often. We do have a gutter ourselves. The status for today is we're still down like 7-ish buy-ins, something like that. We're down 9 at the end of first session. And yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I ran the second nuts into the nuts a bunch of times. Certainly made some mistakes here and there. Like plenty of them, I'm sure. But when the money went in, it went in, well, almost always, and just couldn't get it to hold. Not too many stupid river calls either. Each time. I mean, now that we're in this deep and we have absolutely no shot on value, we'll go for it. Used though. We'll see. Come what may here, this one I'm not gonna regret. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, just check the flop. I guess he was really being patient there with the nuts. And why not? I did all the betting for him. Speaking of the nuts, what we have for change? And get caught. Gonna be a raise fold. Somebody comes over the top. We are done. Right, the home games. If you to remind me, that gonna happen tomorrow. On Friday for the first time. We flop a top pair and a nut flush blocker. We just gotta check here, keep the SBR as high as we can. And should a spade roll off, trying to snatch it away. Yeah. It gets harder and harder the lower the stack to pot ratio gets. And it becomes more straightforward to people to go like, yeah, I have the second nuts, I have to call. Too much money in the middle. Kind of an interesting one. Okay, in that case we'll abort all these tentative plans. If he leads into the whole table, just let it go. Remember, we have a hand down here. Take it down. Jack pairs on the river. Okay. Curious though, this guy called, I mean... Yeah, I'm interested to see what they show up with. Probably some ace with a deuce, king x deuce, or low cards, ace low cards. Yes. What? Who won? And I know who won, but why? But the other guy had a better kicker. Did he make a full house? Oh, right. We had a 10-9-7 deuce. And made a full house right there on the turn. Alright. Very fulfilling flop. They are playing a big one. Well, we make two pair, also kind of interesting. A funny river. Top two with a little bit of a blocker and a gutter ourselves. No hearts though. Wait for a turn. Hey, that's kind of nice. Seven more minutes with the 80% rakeback splashy hour, and then we have another hour with 65. At least how long the stream will go. Wait, what's happening? 5 versus the top straight. Wow. Kings don't flop so great here. I can't have seen that he's online. Yeah, checked the stream out a little bit. Saw that he's playing Black Chip. Never played there. I mean, I have some money on ACR, and for the reason to, you know, transfer money from the home game winnings. Alright, let's give this a shot. And she just had to check. Didn't have any 4 cards here. We also have 2 pair and a gutter. Actually, a double gutter. Oh, sorry. I meant here. Duh. And here, nobody did anything. He bets now. On a call. Used. Will play the monster. Oh, okay. So, 3-bet part here. We flop a top pair and a flush draw. Der Alte! Good night and sleep tight, my friend. Thank you for the pop-in. Down here we make full house. Sure, we have a pair, we have a gutter. Not really sure what the move is. I know what the move is here, though. I saw Mr. Nut in my eyes. I watched it too. For the record, the Shazam came up before the movie was... before I was aware of the movie. Looking for something to shout when I win. Instead of, you know, I can't do the bam. Can't copy that. And... Random Chill suggested the Shazam. Let's have a nice hand down here. Yeah. My day in a nutshell, runouts like these. You know, discounting some very adventurous bluffs like the one earlier where I lost almost a full buy-in, but for the most part it has been runouts like these that did it for us. 250 in the middle, let's call. Very much willing to fight for it. It's a decent-ish hand for it, considering the extra money. So they dropped out most of the profit of this session, the last couple of hands. I'll admit one of them was that overly ambitious bluff. The 10-9 on the 5-6-7 board. It's an okay spot to bluff. We have absolutely nothing. Also, I would play like a lot of good hands that way too. Maybe even can size down there. The splash pot, the big blind, I just needed to check. This one, strangely enough, gets raise called. Confuses me every time. Wait. Okay. Check this one out. Might be a little bit too weak for the MP. Really? It's 7. Yeah, 8-7-6-5 is fine. The 6-4 single suited gets full, does not get played. Hey, that's mighty nice. Aces and 10s under the gun. The gutter. Here in the gutter for this bet sizing. 4. Hey, nice. Just gonna call. Also gonna call should this guy now b-bet. Unless it goes 3-4 bet. We can let it go. Sounds pretty good, especially holding all those 7s. We gutter ourselves. Actually have a gutter to the straight flush, right? Right. Okay. Ooh. Wing and a miss. Just look this one up. This is close, but it doesn't get played in the cutoff. The King 10, King Jack with the 6s does get played. This one doesn't so much, giving us 2 flush draws now. On a paired board though. the right button? Here. Letting that go. Alright. So I think if somebody bets, we still have to fold. Alright. This is fine. This is a fine 3-bet. Also gonna call. Not the boards. Let me just double check on that, but I think it's totally cool. I believe we were in the big blind, right? I think some of these guys set out. Or did I? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, because now I'm in the small blind, that checks out. So it was the A654 from the big blind versus an under the gun open. Some potential here. Actually, just gets called. Double suited, does not get raised. So not in this spot. Gets raised in different spots, but not in the big blind. I think like put this in the button. With people left to act behind us. This is fine. Let's double check on that. Hot though, we do have a pair, open net and backdoor flush draw. We want to see a turn. It's a nice turn to see. And a little choice comes to bet sizing. Oh, well, I hadn't noticed he's that short at all. Duh. Unfortunate. My day in a nutshell. Let's check out that A654 in a different spot. You know, we get aces in a decent splash though. And there it still just gets called. Huh. That's what I was on about. Sworn that it gets raised. Oh. This, however, is a fine raise. Up a complete wrap on a rainbow board. I'll go with it. We're going all in here in a moment. Also fine one to c-bet. That's us for now. We stay good there. For a change. Take this one down as well. More aces, huh? What do you know? Getting a walk. Okay, okay, okay. 76 entries at PLO 50. And some peeps playing PLO 10 as well. And a few folks playing No Limit. Not many though. Might also be a bit too weak. We definitely folding that one to a raise. With the 5 and the deuce. Yeah, I think it doesn't get played. Okay. The 5-3 gets played, the 5 deuce doesn't. King Sphinx! Thanks for the good lucks. Can use some good luck today. Cheers! Thanks for tuning back in. See, got aces here. Get the squeeze, so we shall. Nicely double suited with the queen and the deuce. Yep. Not sure if on the flop I maybe could have put in a c-bet. A lot of kings. If everybody folds though, it's still gonna be a raise. A raise fold naturally. Not in that case. Nope, same story here. 9 more minutes in the big splashy hours, and then we have another smaller splashy hour following. What we're doing, I think currently we're down like 8 buy-ins for the day. Yeah, closer to 7 still. Sorry, closer to 9 still. Not for the lack of trying, that's for sure. There's something happening over here. Are we blocking anything? A little bit. I think it gets folded. I think the 6 needs to be a higher card. Like a 9 basically, and I think only like a 9, maybe an 8. Check 10-6 it was, right? Yeah. The 10-9 and the Queen Jack 10-9, Queen Jack 10-8 get called. That hand does not get played, so yay us. Here we took it down with the ace, queen, queen, jack. Over here we flop a cut shot. Here we flop a top set. Bit of a happier spot. Also a gutter. Make a tiny full house here. Raise pot, top set takes it down. Here the bluff takes it down as well. And we be good. Still good. This one we need to let go. What are these peeps up to? We're definitely blocking everything. Just to see what they show up with. Crap. I think a high card won it if I wasn't mistaken. Wow. I guess we just have to win the 1000 BB splash. Then we'll be more than back to even today. Top and bottom here. Actually sized up a little bit more even. Behind aces, which really shouldn't have in a small blind, and eights. Theoretically jacks though also, but we blocked that. No reason to give him jacks at any for any reason. Yeah, we're calling down. Well, it's not a 500 euro splash, but it's a 50 euro splash. Really going with that. Nah. Could have the eights. And that's one of the binds I lost a couple of binds in spots like these, and these certainly could have been avoidable, I think. And here we're going, you know, for it if they want to. Yeah. Let's gamble it up here a little bit. That one, we're not gonna mind. Gonna be a big pot. YOLO indeed. Agreed. We have the best hearts. We have gutter. We have a double gutter. And we have bupkis. Takes it down. Aces? Are aces really taking it down? It's a rare sight. Nice. Oh well. That bind I'm fine with. That one with the 8 stung though. That one I could have avoided. What else is he betting there? Sometimes a missed flush draw. But on a paired board, really? Kinda doubt it. Well, certainly putting us in the hole. Down 11 binds. So I do have a stop loss for the day. Like if we reach 14 binds in minus, I'll call it a day. live to fight another one. Unfortunate. Had the nut flush draw on the flop. Turned a set, made a full house. Were we ahead of... I think we were ahead of Tess, right? Oh, Tess at ace. Well, what? Tess at aces too? Oh, not two. Never mind. Yeah, the other guy didn't have aces. That was one of the big splashes, one of the smallest big splashes. 100 BB, the range up to 1000 BB. The ace is down here, let's go for it. Here we flop alright, pair, flush draw and the gutter. Okay. An open ender. Aces flop definitely alright, having the top pair covered as well. We block check 8, something that would be most likely to beat us. Take it down. Yeah, it was a fun spot. I like the splashes. I don't mind gambling it up for them. For the 100 BB splashes, I'm usually a little bit more careful. But since I'm down, I figured, why not gamble it up a little bit? Funny how that works, huh? You're down, you're a little bit more gamble happy. Here we have the open ender, the overpair. Overpair probably not terribly important right now. We also have the backdoor nut flush draw. Alright. With the 9 in our hand, we are either gonna raise or bet ourselves. Yeah, I have the same problem in the splashes. Like, who's winning and why? The only thing I could gather in time was that we had the best hard flush. Also have a nice hand over here. See what happens. Get called, huh? Nice. Not quite a raise, but definitely a call. It's an above average board. Close this. Also kind of neat. Get a call here. King could be trouble. I mean, we're Almost dead to an 8 sometimes, but not this time apparently. Came here for the bra raid. Only just got back. Welcome back, Richie Rob. River Ace Jack. Okay. Also, shout out to Richie Rob. Another no delay, no limit stream. Do check him out. He is very entertaining as well. Him and his chat are always busy, always talking. I always have a good time in the stream. It's a very nice turn. Sorry. Right. Maybe not. NutRaisin not doing bad himself. Well, on the whole, the day is rather horrible. To be honest, to be brutally honest, we are down around 10 binds. But mentally, I'm certainly doing well. And it started to affect me at the end of the last stream. I took a long break, and that has paid off. No worries, sorry for that. Goes without saying, I hope I live up to those kind words once more. If not today, then hopefully in the next days. But cheers for saying that, Richie Rob. And my pleasure, always from the heart. Put 2 flushes out there. Whoa! Up 2. X win it against double gutter and a flush draw, alright. Winds up calling, that's unfortunate. Also not a great card. Beats almost everything. 90%. Now, if you think I talk a lot, check out Richie Ralph's channel. And sorry, I was distracted. As such that you talk it, it's also super entertaining and also very insightful when it comes to no limit tournament strategy. All right. Nope. Board pairing doesn't bring much change for us. Yeah, we're gonna call with the extra 50 cents in the middle. We have an ace-king. And flop a straight. Not bad news by any means. Take it down. Take it down there as well. More double paired queens, this time double suited. It's in threes. Against the small blind, this is a raise. Against the button in the small blind, duh. Ooh. A much nicer board for him. Would be boring without mouthy people. Yeah, you will never get bored on Richie Rob's table, I guarantee you that. What do we do here with the flush draw? I think we're half pot, huh? So if he checks here, might sometimes be in okay shape now. Might be tempted to call down, actually. Wow, so stabby, huh? Certainly gonna take a note on that. Start off by checking. Turn a flush draw together with our pair. Here we're definitely gonna call. Checks again, no? Top pair and a gut shot. Okay. Alright. Hope we don't lose against exactly that hand, yeah. Which we might have gotten out had we bet. No means guaranteed, though. Yeah, that's pretty much, for the most part, how I lost my buy-ins today. Not all of them, though. Not gonna claim. It's just the fault of the runouts. Top pair, both backdoor flushes. Man, that'll be the day. I look forward to the day. I think it might happen sometime in the next years. Us playing live together. If it's no limit, you're gonna bury me. Oh, I've a little bit of skill in no limit, but not much. What's here? He had a set and a ooh nasty set. He had a with a flush draw. He had a wrap with a flush draw. Yeah, played itself. Big pot. But me too, Richie. In the live games, I tend to talk a lot. I think I could be a strong contender if you play Limit. Although you played Limit back in the day too, right? That would be interesting. Was that you who played Limit? I think so. Sure, if not, you're gonna correct me presently. Right? Blind versus blind spot here. Hey, some aces coming our way. Pair and a gut shot. Yeah, and the small blind, there's not much to do but to raise. Off. That is a rather nice one to take off. Aces took it down. Well, it's kind of nice, all in all. Excellent hand pre-flop. Unfortunately, it didn't go anywhere. Post-flop, we just checked. Romeliat! Hey, good to see you here. Cheers! I thought you were over in the Janetta stream. Looks like they're playing a decent one. Got some stuff here for sure. Curious. More aces for us. Nines, okay. Aces flop pretty neat. Even three ways, I think we can justify putting a bet in here. Also have an interesting spot here. Take it down and take it down here as well. Alright, a few small pots coming our way again. What up here? Oh, not much. Not much. Gonna be a whole lot of checking going on. Middle set here. Sorry, here. Here, no such luck. Also would be tough without a pair in our hand to make a middle set, or any set. Quite a feat. Now we have top two here. For a 50 splash, we have sort of a hand. Take this one down. Little single raise we're gonna call. Nice to see that so many people are sitting out. The 8s just got called. The 4 from a... I thought he was the small blind. Duh. The small blind could have a straight, which we are blocking though. Do have that 6. That is an excellent run out. Hopefully. Here, we're just gonna let it go. Here we're gonna call. And we flop amazing with the kings. Make the second nut flush. Well, he's still deep in the tank here. He leads, wow. Calls and we are good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's pair up here, why don't we? Sweet. Got the full rare. That is a rare combo indeed, Bromeliad. Congrats, man. I got beaten by straight flushes twice today. Congratulations. It's so tough to get paid. Those spots. Really have to hope your opponent has the nut flush. Get paid twice. In the meantime, you have aces on another table. And those gotta walk. Fair enough. That's a long tank. Gonna have to go pass out. Alright, you had to get up early today, didn't you? Gonna leave my PC watching. Sleep tight. Wait, it's the wrong thing? Right one. Leave the PC watching. I'm probably remains to be seen how much longer we're streaming until the full hour at least. Not quite sure how much longer we're streaming past that. Another great hand here. So right now we're breaking even for the session basically, which means in total we're down 9 buy-ins still for the day. What a nasty ass day it was. But it ain't over yet. Oops, that's a bit too loose on the gun. This is a bit too loose. It's fine, however, calling here. Closing the action, double suited, ace 10, 9, 4. Nope. Oof, the too loose spot takes it down. Also a city in France. All the aces, huh? One fit because I have the nut flush blocked. I check on my strong hands in the small blind here. That's not a big deal if you get raised. Oh, do not get raised, confirmed. However, we will be doing some raising ourselves here. King, queen, jack 10. Comes over the top, you're just gonna call, not gonna put it all in. Not blocking aces in that case. Single raise pot. I, of course, called. Also, there's 150 in the middle. The big motivation. Now we have the top pair and a grab. Flop and check, check. Also called closing the action here in the big blind. Even though we don't have a diamond, want to see a turn with a pretty decent wrap here ourselves. Huh, fancy that. We're doing pretty well. Touchlet. You need to take more peace. That softens right there. Alright. Yeah, I won a bunch of nice pots, but... Thunderdome, hey, welcome back. Thank you very much for the good lucks. Can use some today. Yeah, I lost a bunch of buy-ins in spots where I got the money in really well. Also some stupid bluffs here and there and some things, some spots where I needn't have lost, but some calls I needn't have made, but not too many of those, and they certainly don't account for 9 buy-ins. balance effect. Usually this is a clear fold, but with the extra money I feel it is fine. Have a gutter. Hey, and there's the gutter. Oh. Another €1.50 splash over here. Same story. This time the call is more justifiable. Although I think the first one was fine too. Against these ranges, I'm better off checking. They have a lot of straight draws here. We might want to call one off. Maybe turn quite exciting. With the complete wrap, we're not gonna be folding just yet. Oh, interesting turn. Puts the flush draw out for us. And we make the nuts on table 2. Just gonna check here. Make the nuts 3-base hand. We gets a check through. He does take it down. Fair enough. A fine open, but it's gonna be a fold once we get raised. And here we get 2 folds. Kind of a pity. At least we didn't have to split it with anyone. Hey, middle set. Also a flush blocker. Yeah, you know what, 4 ways, I think we're just pounding it. You don't want to, like, for example, give this one a good price or a better price call, and then we set off a chain reaction with a lot of people calling. So here I'm raising. I have a crappy hand, but there's 10 BB extra in the middle. Of course, we need to see what happens. Here we fill up. Oh. We don't need to see what happens. I would like to narrow it down to a few players. And I think I'm still gonna call. There's just too much extra money in the middle, even with a crappy hand like this. Don't need to get a great flop there very often to make this profitable, I feel. I never know what the bet sizing should be here. I think this is maybe not the ideal one. Looks very much like a call. Please call me bet to me. Here he now found the button he was looking for, betting the turn. We're gonna tank for a while before we bet. it just looks so strong. But also the advantage just occurs to me now. If I bet larger on the turn, then he has way more incentive, if he calls, way more incentive to call on the river. And a 1250 splash here to round the splashes off for now. Although we do have 26 more minutes. Super splash hours. And get aces on another table. I have a top pair, I have a flush blocker. I think we're just gonna pot it here. So much extra money in the middle, it's kind of weird because even if I pot it, everybody's gonna get an amazing price. Alright, we're still gonna go for the bet fold. The ace is down here, and we get... that's not the bet fold I was talking about, this is the ideal bet fold. Here we are in an excellent spot, getting 4-bet, 3-bet with the aces, get to 4-bet ourselves. Are up against... Ooh, that's gonna be tough to overcome. Don't do it, no 7, no king. Nice! Try again. Wait. Why is the pot so small? Ah, because we were short. Damn it. Let's try again here then. And similar spot, nice! This time not against the short stack. Get some money back. No? Okay. So, I think we're gonna come over the top if he bets. Just because we really shouldn't have straight here all that often. Not with the small blind. 10-7 sometimes shows up, but if he checks, he doesn't have that. He has overpairs with flush draw. Not unlikely he comes over the top. Excellent turn all in all. Putting that flush draw for us out there as well. And allowing us to pot it. Wait, where did the table go? Here. Hmm. Okay. Where does it leave us? A little bit in profit for the session, not much though, like 20-30 bucks. $20 with enhanced chance of getting one of the big ones. We've seen another 100 BB splash, which I definitely overplayed. But no regrets there. Those are always fun. Ah, damn it. Looked a similar hand up earlier, and if it's the 8765, it's perfectly fine. 8745. I doubt it in MP. Let's check it out. At this point, as played though, we're not falling to erase though. Ain't that nice? Yeah, and that's exactly it. The 6-5 gets played. This one does not an MP. I assume it's fine for the cutoff. Not even then. Yet in the cutoff. Go for a thin ISO here with the extra money in the middle. And here I called because I was closing the action. A pair and a suit. And decent connectivity there. Get cold calls, people being stubborn. So here I'm betting now. Take it down with the flush up there. That's it right away. Okay, then we have to let it go. Making our decision much easier. Nut against the nut flush, yeah. Nut flush draw and the wheel, and she hit a 5-6 only. Gee, Christ. I was gonna call a raise here, enough extra money in the middle. As long as it's a single 3-bet. Yeah, playing a decent one. Okay. Here in the gutter now a double gutter and a second nut flush draw. One gutter to the nuts. Two pair, huh? Not worth a lot on this board. How does one flip so well? Oh, you should have been here earlier, King Sphinx. Oh, you should have. Okay, no, tell a lie. The flopping well I did for the most part, but the runouts today, not so much. On the whole. I'll take it. Plenty of good days. We will have plenty of more good days. Ooh, damn. Well, can't compete with that. Masterclass to pick this up from MP Adam. Good to see you here. I do coachings, King Sphinx. I'll tell you all about it. Also, where to lucky your own very own blessed hat. That's a whole lot of pairs. Well, it's only 2, but still, I'll take it. And a 10 big blind splash here, €5 in the middle. Still 65 entries at PLO 50. Jesus. Yeah, I called a small bet on the flop and then ended up folding a bigger bet on a turn. Top and bottom here. Top the middle set, blocking your top set. Oh, that's not great, although we do have the nut flush blocker, which is something. Alright, let's start by checking. Aces on another table. Decent ones too. Yeah, we're certainly gonna take one off the bluff. We have a gutter still. And we can bluff here, we take it down. Bluff on the diamond. Exactly it. Aces, the decent aces, flop very decent too, all in all. Hope that one goes through. Nice pot. Oof, nice. Get down there, take it down with the aces. More aces for us on the table where we just won the pot. Wait, wrong button. Here we're gonna fire some barrels with the accent blockers. Ah, turns out that's not needed. Here we turn kinda cool. So we wanna call, I believe. More aces on yet another table. Hey, and here we have a catch a much nicer run out. Also a decent flop that we catch up here. The other aces on another table took it down. Here we take it down too. And quick fold, unfortunately, so bet sizing wouldn't have mattered had we bet smaller, I reckon. Alright, so we are buying up for the session, which means in total we're down only 8. Only. That's still a little bit nicer than it was before. So I'll take it. "13 minutes, come on, huge splash, come on." Not even begging to win it. Just seeing it, getting excited about it. Be neat. You peeps up there. Nothing going on for us anywhere. And as I say that, we get dealt a few more aces here. Oh! Aces versus... Really? On that board, the money went in on the flop? Jesus Christ. Aces took it down pre. Get a 150 splash, and this time we are gonna be raising. An open ender. That's pot. With just the open ender, we're gonna let it go. Here we are calling. Definitely board with c-betting on as the 3-better. He comes over top, we're not getting away from it. More aces on another table. Nice ones too. Here we get this kind of flop, which isn't so exciting. So he can't be calling with the nut flush, we know that. And we get a fold. Quite alright, putting the nut flush draw out there for us. Not blocking any straights. Alright. More aces on another table. Wow. But we're not folding here, especially not for this bet sizing. Peculiar. Should slow him down a lot. Still behind flushes, straights, of course. Not to mention the king. But I think we're gonna see a lot of checks. Maybe we get lucky. Nope. Kinda got unlucky, actually. At the flush, he only had the king. With the turn flush draw, which we were dominating. I mean, not hugely unlucky. Could have hit a lot of 2 pairs still. The other aces took it down pre. Yeah, I think we'll play on a little bit once the splashy out promotion ends. I still feel, well, like I can play some decent poker, which involves folding here. Kings for us, alright. They're really going for it. Tens and a queen ten, that's nasty. That'd be nasty. Kings took it down pre. Wow, we got a bunch of exciting flops. We got this one going on for us. Certainly piquing my interest. The set took it down, so I bet the turn. So we have top 2, we have the front and backdoor flush draw. Against this bet sizing, we're just gonna pot it here. We'll leave the lurk on while there's Norway. Thank you for that, Dutchlet, and sleep well. Get checked into twice here. I think betting often is not a bad idea on the whole. Okay. Top 2 in the flush draw here. Not a draw, actually a flush. Take it down. Oof. Check this one out, how kosher it is. We're an MP, Jack to 9. I suspect Jack to 9 combo is strong enough to be raising there. Yeah, this is a fine raise call. Matter of fact. Middle set, huh? Not even in the middle. Not that I start counting again. A bottom set with the flush draw. Erase part. I think with the flush draw you wanna take a look at the card. Even for full part there. Don't quote me on that though. Might well be a mistake. Yeah, good night, MP Adam. Thanks for the drop-in, man. Cheers, sleep well. Alright, so the splashy hours are drawing to a close. We have 2 more minutes of the increased chances of getting splashes. And once they do, we'll cut down on the amount of tables we have up a little bit. Play 4 tables. Actually, I should have raised. I would have preferred that. Well, we'll raise this bet now. Not gonna go crazy, but I think it's a fine spot. We have some backup. If we get called, we can still make a hand. Hey, we make a hand here, pre-flop. No. Get to raise 2 for a little more than 100 BB. We have a pair, so we block queen 7, something like that. We have a heart. Wanna do some light c betting here. Out of position is always a little bit larger. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. can still comfortably call. We can definitely comfortably call, otherwise I wouldn't be potting it here. Doing it as a bluff. We have the top pair, we have the open ender, and we have both backdoor flushes. Not hating whatever ends up happening here. The wheel. So with that, we're up 1.5 buy-ins for the session so far. Raised here though, really? Alright. Heads up, gonna go for the bluff with a single jack blocker. We don't get raised, we fire another bullet on any non-pairing, non-diamond river. Like this. Too bad. Good for you. Really? Alright, I guess the splashy hours are over. So let's cut down on the tables a little bit. This is an interesting one. The diamond, I think we are... So even though I wasn't closing the action, you know what, actually could have raised here? Maybe not. It's a little bit too weak for that. But this gentleman here is almost never coming over the top here, judging by the fact that he's asleep. Felt that was okay. Cut down on the short-handed tables. Not doing heads up though. Oh, nice wrap. Not a heart. That'll be the current nuts for us with a full house redraw. Okay. Stop, nice. Come on. Nope. Okay. Letting it go. It's a fine race. I think this one we even raise calling there, maybe. Jesus Christ, that's a pity. I'd love to have a completely different hand. Any rundown here, we would gladly put it in. Gonna go with a small bet. Achieves the same thing on this kind of board as a large bet. Any ace is gonna call in any case. And any non-ace is gonna have a tough time calling. There he is. So here the 3-4 bet or whatever it was took it down. Maybe sometimes like queens and jacks are betting. Jacks would be a bad idea now. Make a flush here. I just limped here, I believe. Yeah. Oh no, actually I completed here because there's extra money in the middle. Here I just completed. There I didn't need to color raise or anything. With more extra money. That's kind of an unfortunate card though. Yeah. Let's hope you have the same hand. Man, I was blocking the flush quite nicely there, but he decided to call. Probably not helped by the fact that I checked the turn. Oh, perfect. I found a table that's a little bit fuller, so we can leave some three-handed tables. Top and bottom. And a diamond. Doesn't look bad. We're gonna size up a little bit. Take it down. Chi-ching! Oh, that's a pleasure having you here. Good to see you, Chi-ching. How are your poker endeavors going these days? Yeah. If you guys don't know Chi-ching, she's an up-and-coming streamer. Streamerette? Streamerina? Plays no limit tournaments on stars, I believe, mostly. And has a very, very enjoyable channel and a very, very enjoyable personality, which is why she grew to become a friend of the channel in no time. So check her out. Tracking your adventures on Twitter. Yesterday, this week so far has been great. Unfortunately, today we hit a snag. Currently, we're down like 8 buy-ins, I believe. Yeah. Some nasty runouts is all I can say. Hey. That's what the bad days are there for, so you can really appreciate the good days, I guess. Aww. You are too. Whenever I'm in your channel, or even when you're in this channel. Raise it up here a little bit. Nice. Calling position here with the single suited rundown, I think is a-okay. Yeah, not the happiest day today, Chiching. I made some mistakes, sure. Some maybe overambitious bluffs and but besides from that, I ran into the nuts with the second nuts quite sometimes. Like startlingly often. And more so, a lot of the runouts today, when I got the money in well, didn't go my way. You know what, Chiching, when we talked about emotes on your channel last time, a week or two ago, I completely misunderstood what you were saying. I didn't realize that you were saying you do emotes yourself. Then I might have gone that route. And maybe asked and of course paid you to, if that's what you were offering back then. Maybe I like a couple of days later it occurred to me like, I think that's what you were saying. Be that as it may, happy to hear that you are making headway in creating your own emotes. I am too. My artist, she sent the latest draft today. I had a lot of she had to do a lot of revisions, and I couldn't quite put my finger on why I didn't like the emote she produced. In the end, it was the eyes of she made like a squirrel, and the eyes made it look kind of creepy. So now she put in like the big, large Disney eyes, and they look fine. So they should hit this channel pretty soon too. Yeah, and there's always time to upgrade later, sure. But I'm curious to see how they turn out. Playing a big one. King takes it down pre. I even closed the action. We're letting this one go. Sure. Alright, start off by checking, I believe is fine. How about a 4? Spice things up a little bit. Ooh, spicy enough on its own. The Ace King Jack 8 double suited. Mighty fine. Yeah, it is, exactly. It's part of the game. Can't be helped sometimes. I enjoy PLO 50, besides running bad today and last Thursday, quite a lot. The tables seem to be pretty amazing for the most part, especially on RunItOnce, on microgaming, where I also put in some volume. There are stretches of the day where I refuse to play because no table is interesting. On RunItOnce, stop trying to shill, it's just a reality of what I observed the last couple of weeks. Yeah, the quality of the games has been pretty decent. Sure, you meet players that are really good. Trying to downplay there, that. But yeah, long story short, I enjoyed a lot. Hoping to stick around. If not, if I have to move back down, then so be it. I'll move back down, rebuild, and take the third shot. But so far, it's not quite in the cards just yet. It is a late night, Hail to Redstone, so I still feel kind of fine. We didn't get, I was hoping to get a huge splash, of course. But maybe we'll get one now, never know. Maybe some rakes saved up after these 2 hours and a lot of people playing. Yeah, I just still feel fine, like I can play some okay poker. If you notice that I'm not, let me know and I'll call it a night. I've been benefiting from the chat telling me to call it a night once or twice in the past already. Dance FKR dance! Good morning, good luck and have fun. Good morning, good morning, guten Morgen being good morning. Right. Call? Oh, okay, so then I didn't misunderstand. It's like a couple of days after that chat, I was like, wait, did she said she could do the emotes and I completely glossed over it? Because if that, you know, then I felt bad about it afterwards. But if I didn't, then that's all for the better then. So he checked here. Let's put in the bet then. That'd be an amazing card except for the fact that it's in spades, but with that little showdown value we have, gonna have to kind of give it a shot. Yeah, the damn spades, otherwise it was a great card. Oh well, that hole I dug myself. Also, there was a line in one of the Terry Pratchett books. If you're good at digging holes, P, you get rewarded with a bigger shovel. I always like that. Certainly some protection needed here. So there are a lot of draws out there which we're not blocking at all. I think we kind of... Tell you one thing, I'm not completely sure what the standard approach is to the spot now. We're going with it. Oh, come on. That's my day in a nutshell. That was an excellent spot here. We were pretty decently ahead. We're doing fine, for sure. And then we get rained... our parade gets rained upon by a nasty turn. Story of my day, for the most part. Jesus Christ. Well, that did not help at all. Putting us 10 binds in the hole for the day. One down, one for the session now. Decent splash, actually check raise there. Not folding here, not with the extra money in the middle. And okay, flop a gutter and a nut flush draw. And I lost a lot of pots like that, 2 runners like that today. None of them really qualify as a super bad beat where like they hit their 4 out or whatever. But still annoying. I certainly was annoyed at the end of the first session. Right now, I can cope. check up on that one. And to the turn suitor to the king, right? Yeah. Man. Sad face. 10 deuce. Actually gets called, the king check 10 deuce there, even not suited to the king. Interesting. Oh. Aces. Long time no see, my friends. Although against a really sleepy character, apparently. Nope. And she left the table there too. I just noticed after I took the note on her. Too bad. Ace King 8. More aces. Alright. Can we get going? They're not great, but... yeah, I think the race is fine. 100 BB. Certainly is not a mistake. Not a great turn here. Give it a shot though. Bunch of draws on the board, on the flop. Doesn't necessarily need to have queen. Sweet. Chi-Ching, have a great day. What is it? Or a great evening, actually, right? Yeah, should be evening in Canada now as well. I think that we can call on the big blind. Oh, never mind. Not sure. Not quite sure. Let's see. Queen 10 9, huh? That's fine. Actually gets raise called too. Which is what we'll be doing here. So some decent future blockers. Backdoor flush draw. That slows him down. Not so sure about this guy. We've pulled similar moves in the past and we've gotten called a lot. got hopefully lucky river there. Check. Queen 10. Yeah, damn it. Zigging and zagging at the wrong time. The move is fine. Giving that a shot every once in a while. Just unfortunate when it happens when the other guy holds the second nuts. Let's see, do we have any decent microgaming tables? Ooh, right. Ace King 5 deuce, double suited. Looking A-okay. Ace is on another table as well. Pair got our backdoor flush draw, I guess. Okay. The aces flop fine. Really? I have a 5-2. Sad. Let's combine with a bluff here. A decent bluffing spot, I felt, the way the hand was played. Still busy with that one, so I didn't get to switch over in time. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna call it a night soon. Not force it. Live to fight another day. Yeah, maybe 10 more minutes, something like that. Alright, we have 2 pair and a blocker in the gutter ourselves. You know what, maybe with the 9 I could have easily bet there. Now he's played on a turn, I think checking is the superior option. And we're good. Up the nut flush blocker. Here in the limp part we have the bottom set and the nut flush blocker as well. And make the nuts for now. Alright, actually make a full house here as well after we got called. I think that we do block a 5. The third straight flush we run into today. Yeah, I think I'll take that as a sign. That's probably plenty. Yeah, let's call it a night. Jesus Christ. That's quite impressive. Yeah, also nearing the stop loss limit for the day. Unfortunately, 14 buy-ins. Oh well. Yep, let's do that. Oh no, can we host? Fernando's still playing? Alright, we have oops here. Now we can head over to RunItOnce, where a good friend of the channel, Thallo, is playing a PLO cage match. And there should be some PLO action happening there. Alright, last hand. Make the nuts here. Full table, no question, Cleansy Hissel. I have little idea about heads up, and 3-handed are not much better. Yeah, full-handed for sure. So meaning 6 max. This is a pretty rubbish day. Let's see. Yeah, we lost almost 14 buy-ins. No, actually 12 and a half, I think. Yeah, 12 and a half. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm gonna call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. Not our day. Not our day. Certainly made enough mistakes, nowhere near enough to explain being down 12 binds. One of those days, I guess. Have to take the good with the bad. Right. Yeah, let's head over to the Run It Up stream, enjoy Thalom mixing it up at the live tables. Hopefully he has some better luck than we did today. Cheers for watching. Thanks for keeping me company, everyone. I will be back tomorrow. And for the splashy hours, a little bit later than the schedule indicates this week. Next week I'll be back on schedule. With the splashy hours I will be probably be starting at 5 o'clock Central European Summer Time, so an hour later than the schedule says currently. Cheers. Thanks to the GG Sidegasm. See you guys soon. Thanks for the follows today, the subscriptions.